Good day everybody. I know it's been a while since I did a video, but today we'll be replacing the accessory belt and the tensioner pulley on F30 BMW. The 328i, the N20 engine, also works on the N26 engine. So here we have the new belt, as well as the new tensioner pulley that we'll be replacing. So what we'll need to do in order to gain access to the belt and the pulley, we need to remove the airbox, which requires loosening the intake clamp here, undoing the plug on the MAP sensor. So first thing is to undo the clamp that holds the airbox. Then remove the clamp that holds the MAP sensor. Set that aside. The hood release cable, take that from the airbox. Now we're going to release the airbox by just lifting on these rubber grommets. And lifting out, it's simple as lifting out the airbox now. This exposes the section that we'll be working with, which will be tensioner pulley down there. We'll also be required to remove this portion of the intake. So in order to remove this, you have to undo the clamp here that holds one of the coolant hoses, as well as the clamp there to remove that. So the tools you'll need for this job is an E10 Torx bit to pull the 3 bolts that hold the tensioner in place. So that's one here, one below here, and the other one under here. So that's 3. And a 16mm socket in order to adjust the tensioner to get the belt off. And the ratchet handle, of course. So you just need to put the 16mm socket on the pulley and pull on it to release tension and remove the belt. I'm going to use both hands for this, so I'm going to be off camera for a little while. Alright, so after removing the 3 screws that hold it in, you can just lift it out. This is the old one. Set that aside. Problem with this one, I don't know if you can hear that. It's making a lot of noise here when the engine is running. Don't mind the noise from there, just having some drag races at Vernon Field airstrip. But this is the old, and now we're going to get the new. It sounds very quiet, as well as the new belt. This is going to replace. Installation is just opposite of removal. So I'm just going to get back to you when the removal and replacement is finished. So tensioner has been replaced. 3 E10 screws tied to spec. New belt has been installed. So now it's just to free the pin that holds the tensioner and release it to allow the belt to be tensioned properly. So just get the ratchet handle on in order to do the tension on it. Put a little tension on the spring to release the thing, but now I'm going to do this off camera again because both hands are also needed. So the pin has been removed, and now it's just release to allow this to put tension on the belt. And that's it for the replacement of the tension pulley and the drive belt for the accessories. It's just a matter of removing this, checking to ensure that belt is seated properly, tension is working. Right, so that's basically it for it. Recently did the timing chain and the oil pump chain replacement. Didn't get to video that, but into the work and didn't remember that I should video it. But there are other links that you can use to do the timing chain replacement. It's a very involved process. It requires removing the engine mounts, getting the engine a little higher, disconnecting the transmission cooler lines from the oil pan, and a few other stuff. But that was done successfully, and this is just a follow-up to the servicing of the engine. Alright, so engine all reassembled, and it's now working fine.